Academy of Art University's K-Art News is next. Coming up, the amazing study that shows how a short-term change in your diet can have a big impact.
A shocking story about what was found in hot dogs. It's something you wouldn't expect.
And only in San Francisco, an event that's new and featuring food, music, and a great view.
Plus childhood memories, all grown up. A look at Dodgeball, adult style. All that and more coming up on K-Art News.
Whoa. Hi there, thanks for joining us at Academy of Art's K-Art News. I'm Bailey Morgan.
And I'm Jacob Green. Here's what we're working on. The health of obese kids can dramatically change by just taking sugar out of their diet. Researchers at UCSF and Vallejo put 43 children and teens on a 9-day diet that reduced sugar without reducing calories. Even though the participants did not lose weight, they did have improved glucose, blood pressure, and cholesterol levels. The study is showing the negative health effects of 22 teaspoons of sugar Americans eat or drink each day, mostly from processed food and soda. Berkeley this year has become the first city in the country to levy a tax on sugar, sweetened beverages.
Halloween is coming up, but candy eyeballs are not the only human parts you may be eating. Your everyday hot dogs have shown traces of human DNA in a study done by Clear Food. They are not clear on how or why this is happening. The World's Organization is declaring that when it comes to processed meat, the quality doesn't seem to matter. Meats such as bacon, hot dogs, and sausages increase the risk of colon, stomach, and other cancers.
The Assisted Outpatient Treatment Program is accepting new patients next week. This program is designed to help those suffering from severe mental illnesses. This San Francisco-based treatment program will include a psychologist, peer experience and mental health service, and a family counselor upon request of relatives. This treatment center is designed to help adults that qualify for psychiatric watch, incarceration, or threaten to commit violent behavior to themselves or someone else in the past 4 years.
A different type of health care is newly opened in the East Bay. K-Art News reporter Tierra Garrett tells us that one of the biggest advantages is its location.
School's out, and San Leandro High School students will have a new place to go after school. I'm standing right in front of the Barbara Lee Center, which is built right across the street from San Leandro High. This center is to help San Leandro Unified School District students with health care.
Students need mental health services. They need actual physical health services, especially if there's no coverage, academic support, and leadership opportunities. Those are the 4 things they found. So it was from that they moved forward, purchased the building, and the rest is history kind of thing.
Students have a chance to come here after school and do their homework. The Dance Center is also here to promote staying active.
Center because it's tutors help you with your homework.
Come to the Health and Wellness Center to help you with my education and my health.
The Health and Wellness Center is important to our school because we get our sports physicals for free. It's an opportunity to really focus on because we want to make sure that our students not only excel academically but social and emotionally too. But our Health and Wellness Center provides those resources for students and for families.
The health part under construction but will soon be available for the public. In San Leandro, I'm Tierra Garrett with Academy of Arts University's K-Art News.
Students will be able to visit the center from 3 to 7 p.m. every weekday.
There's a new affordable housing program, and specifically for teachers. Mayor Lee and San Francisco leaders are joining together to provide housing for 500 teachers by the year 2020. The renewal plan and project will include a housing program just for teachers and offer a $20,000 down payment and completion of 10 years of service. Rent prices in San Francisco have reached a new record. An average 1-bedroom will cost you $3,500. But how are the small businesses being affected by the change? Alicia Edwards has the story.
High rents in San Francisco is a common story in today's economy. But what about the small businesses? How are they being affected by the local change?
Many residents are being forced to move out simply because they can no longer afford to live here.
Marie, owner of ISO San Francisco, located in the Mission District, says she noticed a demographic change in the neighborhood and quick turnaround in the small businesses.
I've definitely seen the changes with the restaurants that are around. There seems like there's a new restaurant popping up every week, and then they could also close as fast.
More and more businesses are popping up left and right throughout San Francisco. But how are long-term businesses able to stay afloat of the constant changes around them?
We've absolutely had to cut back on employment just to reanalyze the business.
According to Zumber, San Francisco has jumped nearly 13% within the past year, ranking as the most expensive city to live in. Here's how it works. The city limits rent increases for buildings built before June 1979. Any building built before this time typically falls under rent control guidelines, where their rent increases only between 1 to 1.9%. For non-rent control properties, landlords have the option to bank it, where they can skip a year but cannot increase over 10% without giving a 60-day written notice.
Embrace the change that's going on within our neighborhood and really help to educate the people that are coming in.
As more high-rises and condos slowly move its way into these neighborhoods, business owners are...
Small businesses continue to struggle as the rent increase in San Francisco and mayor companies continue to grow in the city.
Many people only know Dolores Park as one of the best weekend places in the city. Miles joins us with a look at the park and its history. Miles?
Thanks, Bailey. A lot of us are familiar with Dolores Park in the Castro district of San Francisco as being the go-to hangout spot. But have you ever stopped and thought to yourself, how did this awesome park come about in the first place? Today, I wanted to let you in on some fun facts regarding Mission Dolores and the story behind the park itself. For those who are familiar with Dolores Park, we know it as being a weekend activity with friends and family. Activities such as simply hanging out, playing tennis, soccer, and practicing hobbies. How it all began, though, started like this. Dolores Park was named after the father of Mexican independence, Miguel Hidalgo, as well as the town of Dolores Hidalgo in Guanajuato, Mexico. Hidalgo was a highly respected priest in Dolores. He was the bell ringer of the town's church bell, which grabbed the attention of the townspeople and had them gather together with one another for a hearing by Hidalgo. He publicly preached of freedom, which led to the Mexican Revolution. A statue was built in his name that to this day rests on top of the hill above the main walkway, and below the sidewalk looking downhill of the statue's sites is a replica of the bell. These two standing figures in the park were made in honor of the father of Mexican independence, as well as for the town where it all began, Dolores. The park also consists of two blocks, Mission 86 and 87, but was formerly a Jewish cemetery that outlined the park, which became inactive in 1894 and was moved to San Mateo when the city of San Francisco became too valuable. Now in 1905, the city purchased the land for about $300,000. The park was used as a refugee camp for those who were affected by the earthquake of 1906, but camp life ended in 1908. As of today, Dolores Park is a place for socializing and getting away from our daily chores. Dolores has been the center point for cultural events, political rallies, and sports activities ever since the 1960s. Other fun things like Aztec ceremonial performances and Cinco de Mayo celebrations can all be experienced at Dolores Park. The park, as you know, is currently still under construction. Construction actually began in 2010, starting with the playground that was finished in 2012, but continuous renovations of the park began in 2013 of the east side of the landscape that was finished a couple months ago. The west side is said to be completed during next summer, 2016. Thank you. Oh, so hang in there, we still have a few months to go before we can roam all over Dolores Park.
Thanks, Miles. Cherish what's older and integrate the new. It's important part of a career industry that's only getting bigger. Reporter Daniel Robertson has the story of a win-win solution that addresses elder care and young people who need jobs.
Okay. Hi, my name is Giovanna, and I have a caregiver, and her name is Erica, and she's been working with me for about 8 years now. And what a caregiver is someone to help you with your daily needs, as far as like your bathing, your dressing, or shopping. You know, and sometimes they may transport you in and out of your chair or in your bed, just whatever.
A new state law that will go into effect in 2016 will help the elders get the in-home care they need.
A team of scientists recently discovered that our local ecosystems are changing because of the extinction of large animals. This study released Monday said after the now extinct Columbian mammoth, there has been a decrease in the diversity and numbers of small animals and vegetation. Animals like bison, elephants, and rhinoceroses eat small trees, trample, and churn soil. They provide open grasslands for small plants and animals. With the killing off of species and human pollution, these mammals could see full extinction in 3 human lifetimes. A surprising fish has shown up on the Monterey Bay beach. 2 pufferfish were spotted by people participating in a 20-mile beach hike from Santa Cruz to Monterey. This is an unusual find, as pufferfish tend to live in warmer waters to the south. Scientists believe this strange find may be due to an upcoming El Niño storm in the Bay Area. Jaws is back, and this time he's got friends. The U.S. Coast Guard recently spotted a group of 20 great white sharks. The cluster of sharks were 100 yards offshore near Pacifica. The sharks range from 10 to 20 feet long. The great white sharks are common in the area, as the water from Bodega Bay to Monterey is referred to as the Red Triangle. The sharks tend to feed in this area at the Farallone Islands this time of year.
If you love the outdoors and what's best about San Francisco, there's an event that you're not going to want to miss. Fiona Liu takes you to the Presidio to see what's happening.
Food trucks are red hot right now. There are currently 35 off-the-grid events every week in San Francisco, but none of them has this view. Friends and families get together after work to unwind, have a couple of beers, try fusion food, and listen to live music at the Presidio Off The Grid. You can also rent a fire pit, chairs, and a cabana, or the combination of both, for $225.
I came here with my family. It's wonderful. You know, this is a great event. It's a really lovely environment. The people are super nice. There's a lot of different food choices.
This is one of 47 events that we do every single week. This is one of our larger ones. You can rent a cabana, you can rent a fire pit, you can even text your drink order and we'll bring it right to you. And this is just a really nice space to hang out with friends, to kind of get offline and really just connect and decompress from your week and hang out.
What makes this so special is that you can rent 4 chairs and a fire pit with $100, and you can rent 8 chairs and a cabana with another $150.
Oh, it's great. Well, mostly it's the food. It's kind of nice to just, you know, sit outside. I love it.
Cool. I like the space, the view can't be beat. The food's pretty good too.
Twilight at the Presidio brings communities together through amazing food trucks, a nice view of the bay, and great live music. It runs from 5 to 9 p.m. every Thursday from April 2nd to October 29th. In Presidio, San Francisco, Fiona Liu, K-Earth News.
If you didn't get the chance to experience the Presidio's Off the Grid, you'll have to wait until next year. This season's last event was October 29th. As many of you know, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. We're lucky to have guests from Seattle who joined Dion Jomo in our studio with the best look at how he blends his art with his activism.
All the way from Seattle, Washington, our guest today is a poet and a social activist who's sending his message across through music. It's good to have you here today, Ashes.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Happy to be here.
So, why did you pick the name Ashes?
Ashes stands for All Songs Heard Echo Solidarity. And I picked that name to remind myself of what my objective is in music, which is to unite the people.
Okay. So why are you here in San Francisco?
We are here on a media campaign for our No More Tears project. We launched a Tears in Your Eyes global action project to raise awareness for domestic violence. We shot the video here in Oakland, so this is our first promotional stop.
Okay. Okay, so you said Tears in Your Eyes?
Yeah, Tears in Your Eyes. I wrote a song. The song Tears in Your Eyes is a 3-part narrative. It has the mother, the woman being abused, Denise, and the boyfriend, the abuser, Mike. And it's a true story, so I wrote this song to kind of deal with my own stuff therapeutically, and it ended up being a song people enjoy.
Okay, so we're going to go back to that, but before we go back to that, I really want to know what your drive is. Like, why did you decide to do this?
I think right now there are a lot of artificial barriers that keep people from being connected to one another. Black, white, Asian, Mexican, and these are all really artificial. So what I wanted to do was tear down some of those barriers and unite the people, because if we could unite over this issue, this could be the last domestic violence awareness month we ever need.
Okay. So I saw the video Tears in Your Eyes, and I thought it was really very deep. I really, I think the message was really, there was something.
Thank you.
Yeah. So let's take a short look at a clip from the video.
Absolutely.
My mommy and Daddy are having a fight. Is he hitting her? I'm talking to the police, Mommy. Stop it!
My name's Tammy and I love my baby. Denise, my firstborn, but her life all crazy. I don't know what make her boyfriend show his love with his hands, but she won't leave his area. I just don't understand. She call me like mama. Why love feel like this?
So what really drove you? What's your drive? Why did you do that?
My stepfather was murdered by his then girlfriend in 2004, and that's what kind of prompted me to write the song. But just the communications we get, we go to a lot of cities, we meet a lot of people, and this seems to be one of the most prevalent issues. It has no boundaries: race, creed, religion, income, you know, any status, gender. So domestic violence seemed to be one of the few things everyone had in common. So.
Yeah, it is, and it's good you're really doing this. I'm glad that a lot of people out there would really like that you're doing something like this.
Yeah, thank you.
So tell me about the Tears in Your Eyes selfie challenge.
The selfie challenge, we wanted people to take pictures with our No More Tears thing here, and the idea is that you're making a statement. You know, we're not going to stand for any more tears. We want to put an end to and eradicate domestic violence. So that's really the idea behind the challenge. Okay. You going to take a selfie?
Okay, I'll do that.
Right.
Thank you for being here.
No, this is amazing. Thank you guys.
So for more information about the Tears in Your Eyes global project, you can check out the website at www.ashesthechosen.com.
Thanks very much, Dion and Ashes. Go back to the fight for women's rights, and you have the premise for a movie out in theaters right now. K-Art News reporter Elizabeth Sweeney takes a look at Suffragette and talks with the director and writer behind the film.
Women should not exercise judgment in political affairs.
If we allow women to vote, it will mean the loss of social structure.
Vote for women! Fight for women!
As a woman who lives in the U.S., it's hard to imagine not having the right to vote, nor having a voice within society. What may seem like a simple human right wasn't earned so easily for women across the globe.
You're a suffragette, Mrs. Elliot. I consider myself more of a soldier. As Mrs. Pankhurst says, it's deeds, not words, that will get us the vote.
I had the privilege of sitting down with Suffragette's director, Sarah Gavron, and writer, Abby Morgan, to discuss their journey while creating this powerful film.
So this cast is filled with so many power women, Meryl, Carrie, and Helena. What was it like working with all of them at one time?
It was quite nerve-wracking, wasn't it, when we went to approach her?
Working with Meryl particularly, because she's such an icon. But Carrie was the first one to come on board, and we thought about Carrie for years and years and years and really wanted her. So we were really excited when she jumped at the project. And then we built the cast around her.
What would you say would be the most difficult part about writing and directing this film?
Sticking to a kind of very basic instinct, which was we wanted to write about the women who hadn't had a voice before and give them voice. And these were working class women who were often illiterate, who often the situations they were in, from appalling work conditions through to huge issues about equality of pay, through to custodial rights and sexual abuse at home and at work. All of these issues felt very 21st century, and I think it was trusting that through this very quiet journey of one working class woman played by Carrie.
We will win.
After watching the film, what are you hoping people walk away with most?
I hope it inspires young women to feel that their vote is important and that we have a responsibility to use it.
And also how far we've still got to go. I mean, we've come a long way since 1912, certainly in Britain, but there's still a long way to go. And globally, there are women still around the world fighting for basic human rights. And so we've still got lots of battles to fight. And I think it's remembering that, and remembering that your voice can be heard and you can have agency.
If you guys could both choose 2 words to describe this film, what would they be?
Important and contemporary.
And I hope it's empowering and inspiring.
Great, thank you so much.
Take my love, take it down.
Never surrender. Never give up the fight.
In San Francisco, I'm Elizabeth Sweeney for the Academy of Art University's K-Art News.
The movie is now playing in theaters and in the Bay Area and opens nationwide this weekend.
Stephen Curry is no stranger to the high-profile endorsements. A new commercial is out starring Stephen Curry for the new iPhone 6s. It shows all the new features of the iPhone's camera. The Golden State Warriors star point guard's role in the commercial is to test the camera's slow-mo capabilities. Curry also extended his contract with sports apparel company Under Armour until 2024. In other news, former NBA player Lamar Odom is in recovery from his latest run-in with drugs at a Nevada brothel. According to the U.S. Weekly, Odom is now in need of a kidney transplant. The 2-time world champion has suffered major kidney failure and is currently on dialysis. Odom is now at a special care hospital in Los Angeles after being transported from Sunrise Hospital in Nevada, where it is believed to be that he suffered 12 strokes.
It's clear that there are people out there that still have a soft spot for dodgeball no matter the age. The school supporters and dodgeball fans come out to enjoy the Academy of Art Dodgeball Tournament.
Right now, all of Blux are here for the SF Dodgeball Tournament. They're here to see Blux team take their second road to victory to the championship game. Right now, I got Kenneth Bakari. He's going to discuss his play tonight.
Kenneth Bakari, yo, your team is in the championship. Like, what's your plan today, man? Like, how you expect to get the dub?
You know, our plan is the same thing we came with last year. Last year, we were the underdogs. Actually, this year, we're like, we're up there. So this year, we're just trying to, come dominate. We're just trying to dominate, throw balls, and hit people.
Now, Ken, you're coming off of a championship MVP title. Like, how does someone like you train for this type of stuff?
And just sit-ups, endurance, cardio. I drink like 15 monsters. Like, I just go ham. I got energy. I don't get tired like Kevin Gates.
Tonight, Star Team Captain wasn't the only one who was getting a lot of catches. All-Star Ricky also had a lot to do with the victory tonight for the Blux team.
Ricky, man, tell the people about your play today.
Hey, man, look, I was just out there, man, handling the business, man, handle the ball, handle the business, handle the ball. That's all I do, man. I catch balls, man.
Woo, what's your training regimen like?
I just catch balls all day.
Balls all day? I feel that. Yo, your team took you today, man. Blux them, like, tell me how you feel about that.
Hey, man, like, I live there, man. 3rd floor, man. We represent. He's on the second floor? Second floor. It's okay, though.
Just got traded back this week,
got traded back this week, man. We out here, dog.
There you have it. You've seen it all. Blux took the dub. This is Kai Hutchison, woo, for Academy of Art, K-Art News. Yeah!
The next dodgeball tournament will be held at the Townsend Street campus.
Halloween is just about here. And no, it's not too late to get those last-minute costumes. Here are some of the last-minute shopping tips. Walmart has popular costumes on clearance for as low as $7. Amazon.com has a deal going on for 30% off each sale. And Wayfair, one of the most well-known Halloween boutiques, has a sale for 70% off everything in the store. Another tip for you on Halloween, can be where your children approach strangers' homes in unfamiliar places. This can be really unsettling for parents who, for the first time, are allowing children to actually go out and trick or treat. Luckily, there is an app that can provide parents with some relief. The app is called Life 360. It allows the users to create private group chats and communicate via this group chat. This allows parents to provide pictures and physical identifiers to first response. Another reminder is always wear reflective clothing and travel in groups.
We all know that texting and driving don't go together, but texting at a red light and using your car's hands-free device can be just as distracting. Research from the University of Utah shows that using your car's infotainment system or texting at a red can distract you for up to 27 seconds after using the devices. In 2013, 3,000 people were killed from distracted driving, and over 400,000 were injured in the U.S. The study suggests that you think about how important that message is. If it can wait, it should. Instagram has released a new app. The new app, Boomerang, records a 1-second video that continuously loops 5 burst photos. This app is a combination of the popular apps Vine and Photo. The app automatically saves the video on your camera roll and allows you to directly upload it to Instagram and Facebook. The app only allows you to capture the videos and does not have its own newsfeed. The pre-orders for Apple TV are now available. Orders starting Monday will ship in 3 to 5 business days. The smaller gigabyte model starts at $149 and the larger gigabyte at $199. New features include a universal search that makes it easier to skim through apps, a simpler interface, a new remote touchpad, and voice commands supported by Siri.
For those of you looking for a new music this week, check out the new app and upcoming artist who shares his voice in a different way. KART News reporter Taylor Kimber has more.
Up-and-coming artist from Fresno, California, Ryan, also known as KO, isn't just your regular hip-hop artist.
And I'm a Christian artist, hip-hop artist. I do spoken word. I also songwrite for singers. Just been starting to do that. And really just praise the Lord with my lyrics. Try to spread the good word through music.
See, I murder worldly rappers with one line. They fans say I'm the bomb. I give all praise to my God and I'm not Saddam. Whoever said Christian rappers couldn't come hard is probably going dumb after they heard my first part. Got a few more for these fake plastic rappers who all claiming they real.
What inspired me to do music? Definitely Christ. I mean, I've been through some things, went through some things, and I was at rock bottom at one point, and I've always like dabbled in music, never really took it seriously until I gave everything to Christ. Definitely put on my heart to spread his word through music and share my testimony.
For many artists, music is just a way to make money, but for KO, it's a lifestyle.
My music is about basically shining light on different situations.
Different situations, which included the issues of Ferguson, Trayvon Martin, and Eric Garner, with the single #HandsUpDon'tShoot.
This whole thing's just a setup so that we can get.
And what makes me different from other artists out here is that I try not to judge other artists, whether they be Christian or worldly or whatever. I just do what God calls me to do. And I tend to get a lot of, I get a lot of positive feedback and a lot of negative feedback. So I think that comes from, whatever you're doing, if you're doing it right.
For more information on KO, you can check him out on Instagram and Facebook. In Fresno, I'm Taylor Kimber for Academy of Art University's KART News.
KO continues to spread his love for music throughout his personality and lyrics.
That's it for this edition of Academy of Art University KART News. For everybody here, thanks for joining us. I'm Bailey Morgan.
And I'm Jacob Green. See you next week. Have a good evening and enjoy the weekend.